Hello, welcome to yet another episode of Let Us Talk. My name is Murli Shankaran and I'm the co-founder of Make It Happen. Make It Happen is an experiential travel company which specializes in designing and curating unique experiences that champion local cultures and help travelers connect with the local communities in a more meaningful way. Ever since the company was founded in 2011, we have built on our initial vision to celebrate local heritage, foster collaborations, nurture local talent, and promote intercultural harmony. The etymology of Goa can be traced to its ancient names like Goparashtra, Goapuri, or Gomantan. Here the prefix Go refers to cattle, suggesting the agrarian lifestyle. The Portuguese named this region as Goa, rhyming with the Portuguese capital Lisboa. Goa served as a maritime trading port to a number of kingdoms before the Portuguese. It was built as the capital city by the Portuguese only after Afonso de Albuquerque defeated the existing Bahmani ruler Adil. Now the Portuguese built a single entrance to the city marked by a grand gateway dedicated to the arrival of the Portuguese in India and fortified the whole city as well. So soon religious orders made their way into the city and churches were built by different Catholic orders, making it a religious center as well. The squares in Old Goa were extremely elaborate with both administrative and religious buildings. Cities like London and Paris were no match to the grandeur of Old Goa. These architectural marvels have now become UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The city of Old Goa declined in the 17th century due to widespread epidemic resulting in exodus. The neglect caused collapse of the buildings and the city was in ruins. Divar Island is a river island surrounded by the Mandovi River and the mangroves. It is connected by 4 ferry services from different sides and it's located very close to Old Goa and Panjim. The island is serene and it's surrounded by nature. The heritage of the island dates back to the time when it was a pilgrim place with lots of temples around. So one can actually still see a lot of these old temples. The oldest temple has been beautifully excavated and preserved really well. Some of these temples date back to the Kadamba era. Divar is also known for its traditional occupations and sluice gate fishing is one of them. The island is also home to some of the oldest and the most beautiful Baroque style churches and makes the island multicultural where people live in perfect harmony. One can find grand Indo-Portuguese homes that have been beautifully preserved. The people of the island take great pride in preserving the culture and are extremely warm and welcoming. Enjoying a home-cooked meal hosted by the residents of the island is an experience by itself. It is these conversations with the local community that help you understand the life of the people in the splendid island. Divar Island is a perfect getaway to disconnect from the chaos, appreciate the surroundings and reflect on the simple yet high quality lifestyle. Panjim is the capital city of Goa and a large segment of the travelers make their way to Panjim for the casinos, which are on the Mandovi River. But there is something absolutely delightful located on the opposite side at the mainland. It is the oldest unplanned part of Panjim called the Latin Quarters that has a very European feel to it. In fact, the largest Latin quarter of Asia is in Panjim. The streets are lined with beautiful heritage homes, some of which have been repurposed into commercial establishments like office spaces, boutiques, restaurants, cafes, B&Bs, ceramic and organic stores, etc. But what was Panjim before it became a capital city? It was actually a small fishing hamlet surrounded by marshy lands. So the marshes were filled and Panjim was rebuilt as a capital city over several years. The population of Panjim increased over the years and administration was happening in full force. Panjim now had revolutionary thinkers who had a vision for the future of the city. One of the major landmarks of Panjim is the Adil Shah's palace, which is not just the largest building but also the oldest building of Panjim. The palace served as the summer palace of Adil Shah, who was the Bahmani ruler in Goa. The Bahmani kingdom ruled for over 150 years in Goa. Once the Portuguese took over, they actually rebuilt the same building in a colonial style, and it was used as the old secretariat, which later served as the administrative office. So the officers working in this administrative office decided to settle in the unplanned part of Panjim. So the Latin quarters in the area is where the people live, and the whole area is lined with beautiful Indo-Portuguese homes that have been very nicely preserved. Some of the interesting architectural elements to be seen here are, the windows, the arched doorways, the high ceilings, the beautiful running balconies, the roof tiles which are made of mud, the laterite stones which are commonly used for building houses, and many other structures. Another common feature of such houses is the balcony or the porch. Imagine yourself sitting at the balcony with a cup of tea or coffee, where you're just enjoying the moment, and maybe it's raining outside, and you're not worried about what to do next. Doesn't this sound like a luxury compared to the fast-paced city life? Maybe there's a bakery next door and they bake using the traditional wood-fired oven setup. One could easily buy freshly baked cakes, assortment of breads, traditional Goan desserts like bebeka, dos, dodol, the cookies, savories like patties and rolls, etc., which are easily available at the counter for sale. By the way, I'm speaking about the 31st January bakery. Panjim Church is another very important landmark of the city, and what immediately comes to mind is the religious mass services and of course the grand architecture of the church. But the church actually is a very important contributor in the culture of music in Goa. Some of the famous Goan musicians have made it really big because of the foundation in music in which the church has played a very important role. At a very young age, the children perform in the church choir and learn to play various instruments. It could be a violin, a guitar, piano, or they could specialize in vocals. Picture yourself sitting at a beautiful Indo-Portuguese building listening to some Latin and Konkani music by one such Goan musician in the Latin quarters. This will invoke so many mixed emotions like nostalgia, the pleasure of meeting someone who is so warm and welcoming and showcasing the art of music. It will be these moments which will remain etched in your mind as an experience. This is Goa. Join us on our experiences to see Goa with new eyes like never before. We are making it happen, your discovery companion.